Hey everybody, Scott here for the Helix channel. It's still Wednesday, and now I'm going to go over some wah stuff, how I use the wah in two ways. One, as a rhythmic effect at rhythm volumes, and then another for leads, and how I distinguish that without having to have a separate lead button. So, you wanna? On the top path, which is the clean path, we're going to add a wah-wah. So basically just find an empty slot, find a hole and fill it, as Owen Edgerton would say. And I love the throaty wah. Now, let's hold down the action button and move it in between the compressor and the amp model. And then hit the joystick in. Now we're there. Now, what we need to do to make it work is hit the menu button over here, a little three-line jobby, then the controller assign, and for this particular one, and for all wahs, for me, I like them on expression pedal 1. Now, another thing that I like to do is I like to make some adjustments. I don't like the absolute bottom of the wah or the absolute top, because the bottom's too low and the top is too screechy high. So, and this is a matter of taste. You can adjust it any way you want, but this is basically keeping the sweep going from 8% to 92% instead of from 0 to 100. Now we can hit the home button. And another thing I like to do is drop down the low and the high, just a hair. Now that will actually also adjust how top-endy and how bottom-endy the wah is. And this particular one, let me grab a guitar, is for clean rhythm. So let's plug in. Since my Helix is up on the pedal board here, it's going to be a bitch to get it enacted. So what I'm gonna have to do is I've got to press down on the thing while pulling my pedal board. There we go. Now we've got it in there. And now this particular preset has a big old delay on. We'll turn that off. And we'll leave everything else. So what we can hear is there's my wah. Now, for this one, there is no lead set up so that when I press the expression pedal forward, I don't get a boost in volume before the wah-wah kicks in. It's just, it's just natural travel until you do the click on the toe switch, then the wah comes on. So then when we turn it off, the wah turns off. Now I gotta do that again. It's so hard when I'm sitting here. Just, there we go. Oy. You may notice something weird happened. Yeah, and this kind of happens. This is a little bit of buggy behavior. It turned the delays back on. So what you need to do is bypass the delay, save the preset, and then hopefully when I enact the wah again, you'll maybe be a witness for some buggy behavior. Yep, it comes back on again. How about that? Is that fun? No, that's stupid. So for this particular preset, we're just going to get rid of the delay. And it's not going to make any other changes on the top path. So, and that kind of shit, I don't even know where to start with that kind of stuff. There's nothing I can do about it. There we go. You also notice that this was turning on and off, which is a bit of a drag because the next one is going to be on the bottom path, which is a heavier sound, and we want this one for leads. So let's go down here, and we want to be on the crunch snapshot, and let's add a wah. Same one, throw in the throaty, hit the action button, move it on over before the pitch shifter. And on this one, just do the same thing, 300 and 1.5. Now, we need to go in, hit controller assign, expression pedal 1. For a heavy wah, meaning for like heavy leads, I don't want it to be super top endy or super low endy, so I'm setting this one to 10% and 90%. I'll save the preset so that that snapshot maintains that info. Now, let's hear what that sounds like if I only had a pick. That's what it sounds like. I don't know if you can hear that or not. And it's not a ton of gain. It's barely any, really. It could use a little bit more bottom end, though. Let's make some adjustments. It's a little bit top endy as far as the IRs go. This one hasn't been adjusted. So now we're going to have to, now since we want this one to be for leads, what we'll do is I'll go in and hit the menu button, then the controller assign, and we want to be on the master. So what's going on here with the master is when we press the expression pedal forward in the native position, which is expression pedal 2, we're going to get a natural boost of the master volume on the amp model, which is great, and I love that. So what I also want is a boost of the gain on the, let's start at 5.5. Let's make some adjustments here. I also want less compression. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the bottom gain on the bottom what do you call it, compressor, to first we want it to go to expression pedal 2, then we want the minimum value to be 5.5, and we'll go up to 6.6. So now you see when I press the expression pedal forward, we get more gain on that. We come over to the amp model, and then on the master, we get more master. And that's going to translate into more volume. Another thing, I don't know if I was thinking about adding the fat in with the wah-wah, with the expression 2, but I'll just leave it on. So save the preset. Now let's hear what we get. Should be a... Hope that's not overloading. So that's our sound. Now you need to enact. Well, let me push the expression pedal forward so you can hear what the boost sounds like. Pretty cool. Now, I'm going to have to brace myself, press really hard on this thing. All right, now we have the wah happening on the bottom path. And it should sound like this. I was holding down the freak out pedal there for a second, which is one of the great things about the freak out pedal, but sadly I only got one right foot, so I won't be able to hold down the wah and the freak out at the same time. Boo-hoo! But that is what we're going to get. So that is how, let me turn it off. See what it did? it turned off. That is a huge drag. And I gotta tell you, I've run into weird buggy behavior like this with the WAHs a lot. And that's one of the reasons why I don't use them very often. Because it tends to do some weird shit. And this is one of those things. But if you don't want to have, you know, a pitch shifter in front of your amp model, which this thing doesn't want me to have, I'm not going to have it. Fine. God, bossy. So that's what's up. There you go, everybody. Wah-wahs made easy. And if you have any questions, just email me. Right, y'all. This particular preset is actually going to be part of the Lone Man preset package. This will be on Friday. And I'm going to demonstrate 2 of them tomorrow, and then the final one, this one, the rest of the snapshots on Friday. Good stuff. So, I'll be back tomorrow with another pair of videos. Jeepers. Or just one long video. We'll see. Something like that. So, come on back tomorrow. I'll see you then. And until then. Oh, also, don't forget, there's a pre-order link in the description. You can order these presets. $15 for the lot. And it's a shit ton of snapshots. So, I'll see you then. That being tomorrow. And until then, rock on.